What's their record?
All right, and we're back with once again. Both times I've made actual pauses on this stream, the break has been exactly 2 minutes. I walked outside long enough for JB to immediately say, well, I guess he'd already done it even before I left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this round we have Hunter Sumpter on the right, who played the bonus match in the beginning. And then on the left we have Chris Harless. I have no idea what he's playing. I'm not familiar with his deck, but he is 2-1. Hunter is 3-0, so the infamous have to play it. Hunter's dream crushing is what he's doing here, I think.
I'm sure Hunter would prefer to draw it in, but he's kind of railroaded here.
Well, to be quite honest, it's FNM, so maybe Adam wants to play, or maybe Chris wants to play it out. So
Adam always wants to play.
That's a special treat for the no viewers that we have. It's a special guest appearance by Adam Vickers. I don't know. I think he plays a black. Didn't you? You played him before? Doesn't he play like black cards?
Yeah, I played him a couple times. I mean, it wasn't a match.
Well, we will
I'm
quickly.
very excited to see him.
Well, here's the information I have in front of me from the pre-round 1 player report.
Okay.
I know that his name is Chris Harless. I know that he had 0 points before the tournament started,
correct.
And I know that he is a citizen of the U.S. Actually, 19 of the 20 are citizens of the U.S. One is a citizen of blank.
Who would that be for you, me?
Andrew Buckner.
Canadian. Throw that out there.
All right. So we have he played a mountain.
So we're
for those of you who didn't know. 2 mountains.
Wait, no, what's that up there in the corner? An elixir?
Yeah. Both games where we've had someone who wasn't sure what their deck was, they played Mountain Goblin Arsonist.
So he's got mountains, he's got goblins, and he's got elixir.
Mm-hmm. He does not want to be decked.
Yeah.
Increasing confusion.
He is 2-1. Hunter's playing Gutshot?
Yeah.
He's playing Dungrove Elder? Okay.
Is that like a 1-1 Dungrove Elder?
Yeah. He has like... that's going to be the trivia question. Let's all guess right now. I'm going to write it down. Max, Michael, and myself. How many forests does Hunter have in his deck? How big can that Dungrove Elder get? I'm going to say 6.
Alright. You mean it's
I'm gonna
go potential or how big we're going to see it?
No, how many forests he has in his deck? What's the biggest he could ever be?
He has to run 4 Razor Verges and 4 Sun Petals.
Yeah.
And at least
3 Gavinies. 3 Gavinies, 3 planes.
You know if he's got Evolving Wilds in there?
I'm going to say 8. 8's going to be my guess.
Okay, we have 8 and a 6.
I'll split the difference and say
7. All right. The winner gets nothing.
Yes.
Stay tuned. What's the life total here? I'm assuming...
Our other sideboarding will sneak out there and ask him how many forests he plays.
I'm assuming that Hunter is at 17 from the Arsonist ping and the Gutshot, right?
Seems reasonable.
And he just Searing Spear.
Swinging for a majestic 1.
He swang for 1. He swang for 1.
He swung.
There's got to be a better way of doing this live. I don't know why it always pops up on that screen. What was that card you just played? Is that Flames of the Firebrand?
I believe it looks like it.
So he just
That's
killed
when you can split it, isn't it?
Yeah, so he killed the Strangleroot and now he's getting in there for 3 more.
It may be like 4.
No, he only has 1 force though.
That's what I mean. I'm contemplating his force total count. Openly speculating.
I think 6 is high.
For all the double green though, I'd assume he'd have 8.
Gets in there again. And here comes a hero. We'll figure out here in a second. Chris is reading it, so.
Looks like a hero.
It is a hero.
That could be very lethal.
Well, it attacks for 7 if it's unmolested, right?
Yeah, then you hit it for 10 with the Strangleroot and 12. So if you draw the forest, it's game.
Chris uses that opportunity to pop his...
Well, it's not a game anymore.
But it's still a situation.
The urge to ask you if that was an inadvertent Jersey Shore reference.
No, it wasn't. I was trying to think if I could turn it into a joke, but I knew I was going to fail miserably, so I decided just to sit on it.
It's okay.
A joke not made is better than a
If
poor
we had
joke
Adam-
attempted.
If we had Adam Vickers on camera, it would be jokes all day.
No one would be able to hear anything because it would all sound like this. Oh my god, the surgical extraction!
I wanted it to be more dramatic. He's gonna cuss us later.
No, I already made fun of him when he was in here.
It's very looking very one-sided right now, guys.
Well, Hunter,
How many mounts is that, 2?
he has 3, I think.
3.
That's slag stormable. Sure, that's lethal. Oh, that's not
1,
lethal.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is 15 damage.
How big is that elder?
1-1.
He's got to be playing that just to have a hexproof dude for some reason. Like
Maybe it's a 1
the
of...
hexproof has to be what.
Well, you
So
remember?
he can
Do you
sword it,
remember?
maybe?
Were you in here earlier in the first game when I said, "Is he playing a Dunkgrove Elder?" And
Oh,
then
yeah.
was it you or Joseph Dio who's like, "Oh, he can't be playing that because I think Joseph was like, he doesn't have any forests, so he can't be playing that." And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"It looked like one. I don't know what it was. It was." But you're right. Like I think it's still a bad card, but like if you are just playing, he's playing a ton of Green Sun Zeniths, so.
He's got Sword of Fire and Ice in his hand.
Oh, he has blue cards in his deck. Did you see that?
Whoa.
That makes so much more sense now. Ah.
All right, we'll be right back and get that answer.
All right.
All right.
Very critical.
As Max is now checking, how many forests does Hunter Sumpter have in his deck? Michael has split the difference at 7 of Max's 8 and my 6. I think it's an under. I think it's less than 6. I want to say it's probably 5 or lower, but I went with 6.
Honestly, I won't. Nothing will surprise me. Nothing's going to surprise me more than seeing the Dunkgrove Elder in that deck.
It's just very funny. Yeah, but I mean, like if you're just searching for it, it's like a 1-up in Maverick and like
13.
13 forests.
Dang.
All right, winner is Max. Well, were we doing high-low or?
Well,
It's
I think
showcase
What if
rules.
we combine our answers?
We all
Would it be max?
lose.
If we combine, we got 13.
It's showcase rules.
All right, well you win. You won the nothing.
Woo! I was very surprised by that answer there.
Yeah. So how many lands does he play in total then? 30?
Maybe he doesn't have Razor Verge. Do you see Razor Verges?
I didn't see any.
Is there Evolving World?
Didn't see any of those either.
Well, through the magic of the internet, I can tell you right now that no one has retweeted the giveaway tweets.
Maybe gaining me followers.
No.
Give it time.
Everyone, at this point, I think it's safe to say that everyone literally hates us.
Are we like coinciding with another major stream?
No, that's a good idea. That's a good point because last week we were trying to do this during the finals of the Players'
I
Championship.
mean, is this like Cedric Phillips' scheduled stream?
Oh, I don't know.
I think last week maybe we were just getting the views of people who are searching for the official Magic stream but couldn't find it.
And it looks like, you
Maybe
play
ours
Magic.
was the first that came up with the word Magic in it.
That would make us popular.
Well, that's a simple thing. No one. That's a good point to make. At no point when we decided to do this did we think we were going to go on for bigger and better things. But every little bit does help.
Have you signed up on Star City so you?
I
pop up on their
have.
main page?
I have.
Are you on their main page right now?
Let's use technology.
Because it should be like a thing. Because
Y'all just watch this
Brian
match.
Kibler.
Y'all just watch this match on your own. Figure out what's going
Are
on.
you under the live streams?
I signed up for it and put my stream in there.
Are you logged in? It's in the middle.
You don't have to be logged in.
You do because you only upload your stream and stuff, and you connect your.
Oh, you have to do that? Doesn't
Yeah.
it just... I thought it was just when you put it in your profile, it knows where your stream lives.
I know I did mine. I think I had to link it. I don't know. Log in. Because it'll pop. Because there's no other live streams but like one person right now.
All right, forgive our negligence of the game that's actually going on. Oh no. I did something wrong. Inadvertent enter.
So it's under like your account.
User info. There it is. It's in there. I'll do some more research. We'll get back to the game.
Because I know when I did mine, it popped up on there, and it was like people had watched me lose it in Innistrad sealed deck.
I don't know what's going on. We are streaming, right? Yeah, we are. All right. So now we pretend like we have any idea what's going on in this game. Life totals are just proper shots.
All right, well, Chris has an island in this game.
He has 2 fog banks.
Wow.
Fog banks are going to be pretty good.
Those hold back Hunter quite a lot.
I think the only card that they don't beat in his deck, is he playing Sword of Body and Mind?
Oh,
I don't think so either. But he's playing, this gut shot seems weird. But he's playing the hero. The hero will get through.
oh, that helps.
Yeah, there's no ring.
I'd love to get Vince's deck under the camera if he wins.
Oh, he's a 1 and 2.
He's playing against the Blueback Zombies we had earlier.
Yeah, I thought about that, but it's difficult because I'm always trying to pick like people who haven't been on.
Right.
But it's almost impossible to get 2 people who haven't been on. I don't want this to end up just being
Like the top 4 people every time.
yeah. Well, the Wright brothers aren't here, so that eliminates 2 of the top 4.
I just weasel my way on every week when I play.
Well, last week you weaseled your way on because the perfect scenario 2-in-1 match, or whichever match I really wanted to play, the one gentleman declined to play on the camera. Well, I had a similar circumstance just now where a guy decided not to play on camera, which I'm not going to fault anybody because we're asking people to sit without being able to comment themselves, have their likenesses and
He has
gameplay.
such luxurious hair.
Hunter has a good head of hair.
It's good hard on that.
Well, like I was saying, I can't fault people who don't want to sit out there and let us dissect their every... There's only so many people like you and Vickers who have the thick enough skin that when I make constant fun of them for still had all these...
There's nobody more painfully aware of the camera than Max.
But you were doing all kinds of nonsense and writing stuff on paper. You were hamming it
I'm not
up.
going to have fun with it. I'm not going to do it.
You're going to ham it up. No, you can do it, but I'm going to nug you for it. Nug. That's another magic jargon.
I heard the word Dirtle drop earlier by Joe Lewis.
Okay, so that works, right? Because that's not combat damage. And the shake of Hunter's head indicates...
Is that an Uvenwald track? Is he talking at the camera?
Nope, they're calling the judge.
So the question here is that
Gathers
he has he does have a fight bear. No, it says combat damage. I know for a fact that
Sure, it doesn't say damage.
It says
you can burn it out with spells.
it says prevent all combat damage. So he's using his fight bear ability to fight the Geist with the fog bank.
It's a very underplayed card, Mr. Fightbear.
It's I have one sleeved up as a 1 of in my Legacy Maverick deck.
It's a good Zenith, that bad boy.
It's probably like the 59th or 60th worst card in the deck, but
I don't know. You can Knights get
when you
huge.
play, yeah, and there are some games where it can dominate the Delver Mirror.
I would love to play some Legacy later.
Pretty unique effect to be attached to a 1-drop.
Yeah. The green 1-drop.
I think it's perfectly fine, especially in a deck with like Hunters where you can.
You're an ominous contested cliffs. I have a red-green beast travel online. It's so fun.
Well, hope you enjoyed your. So Hunter is at he's using that weird die. I'm not gonna be able to tell. Oh. All right, they are both at some life.
We'll know when one scoops.
This is the worst possible coverage.
I've watched worse coverage. Well, have you watched worse coverage, sir? I have. This is the worst you've seen?
No, actually, to be perfectly honest, and I don't mean this to down anybody else's stream.
14 to 20.
When I was searching last week after I came home, I searched up our stream. I also tried to search up some other streams to try to compare what we had to what else is out there. And honestly, a lot of the streams I saw didn't even have audio.
It's just, I've seen a lot of them where just people playing with just background music, just a montage of rock songs.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I don't think anybody's going to watch it, but we have a little bit of production value.
We're trying.
There's effort.
We have a studio. We have studio cam. We have feature cam. We have live audio. We've got splash screens. I've got
Giveaways.
overlays. I'm trying to give you my magic cards. We got portions of the game that we don't cover because I'm looking up stuff on Star City.
But that's okay, though.
Okay, so while we were talking about that, he played Sigarda, which seems really, really good. And I know I'm going to be
He has an active elixir.
Oh, well, the fog bank just fogs it every turn, right?
Yeah.
And so he's going to trade... He's going to trade the... Oh, is he going to Gavany? Does he have a Gavany? Yeah.
Yes.
So that is now a 4-3.
It's a very big...
What's a Sigarda's stats? 5-5? 5-5 flying, hexproof, and you can't sack stuff?
Yeah.
But that fog bank is just going to eat it up.
He's living life high on that elixir immortality.
His life is at 20. I went and checked. He hasn't taken any damage so far.
So he's at 25 now?
Michael,
Yeah.
you're crushing it.
Yep.
What, you freaking math major over there? Where'd you get this guy? Scotland Yard?
That's my worst subject.
Maths.
Can't do it. I'm going to have a hard time with chemistry.
You know, in British slang, they call it maths, plural. And technically, that's right. Like, it's mathematics. We truncate it to math. They truncate it to math.
Did you ever understand why Adventure Time was like, get the math out of here?
No. I don't watch a lot.
Hilarious, though.
It is hilarious.
I don't watch enough Adventure Time. That will be my homework for next week.
I have a 4-year-old that loves it and has every item available and blankets.
I really prefer regular show.
I love regular show too.
Adventure Time is just a little bit too like
the power
abstract for me.
It's a little out there.
Is abstract? Is that the word?
Yeah, it's very random.
Makes sense.
So he's going to take 4. He can't Gavany this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right down to 19.
Who's your favorite character?
Probably Jake.
I love Lumpy Space Princess.
Lumpy Space Princess is good too.
You want these lumps? You gotta put a ring on it. Where's my ring?
I did see one episode as we watched Chris play Merfolk Spy. I did see one episode where the king, who I think is the bad guy, is he the recurring bad guy? He had stolen body parts from a lot of different women and created like a superwoman that was his bride. But then the bride decided it had to go and went back to all of it. And part of the body parts was from a dead person? Is that... am I imagining that, or is that real?
Turtle Princess is voiced by Stevie from Eastbound and Down. Hilarious. Another show.
Now, did you know that Adventure Time is set in a post-apocalyptic future 1,000 years after a nuclear war?
I got the Earth reference for you, and the big hole in it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that.
Okay, so he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Green Sun for 5. Is he going to get the wolf here? Because shouldn't he have done that before, so that he could just pound him with infinite dudes?
There's some pounding going on.
I mean, tell me if am I thinking something incorrectly here? Shouldn't he have done that pre-combat?
Yeah, it might have been an oversight. I don't think he's on the back foot.
No, I was just trying to see if there was Hunter's a good player. I was just trying to see if there was a strategic reason.
Maybe he was going to township or something.
That's a good point.
Well, there's...
Divination.
That's an underplayed card.
Divination.
Your deck's so fun.
We were trying to get your deck under there, but
I was fighting for it. I was like, we need to get Vince on camera.
the guy you played, Joseph, the zombies, he had played already. So, of course, Hunter had too, but
You're going to have to play me in a minute.
Not officially.
not officially. Yeah, Hunter was on the bonus match, round 1.
After this match, you're going to play me to fill time.
This is what you do. You just do the commentary so that you can just like strong arm your own feature matches at any point. Or I'm just going to wait till you run out there and just throw all the cards on the floor. All right, you guys can see. It's time for real men to cast Sword's Vengeance.
I like for us to go play. I want to play Legacy.
So Hunter's played a Sword of Feast and Famine, which is basically Sword of Irrelevance at this point, isn't it?
I mean, the Fogman just blocks it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I guess he has to choose now between the Sorted Up Dude or the 6/6 Flying Sigarda.
You block the Sorted Up, dude.
Or the 8/8 Wolfear or the 6/5 Stranglergeist.
Yeah, I don't think he gets past this turn.
Well, if you don't block the sword, you get sent tabs like Gabby Township.
If you don't block the other cards, you just lose because these guys are like 14 power themselves.
Yeah.
He's showing him some dudes. Is that Staff of Nin?
Dude, he needs switcheroos.
What is that card?
Have my fog bank. I'll take that.
All right. Well, before you guys go play another feature match, I tried desperately to talk about these Ravnica pre-release cards.
I wasn't here for that, so.
All right, and Vince Smith also in here. You can chime in as you see fit. We're talking about Ravnica spoiler cards. These were some of the earlier spoilers. I know Slitherhead was spoiled in contention a couple days ago, but we're talking about the, as Adam corrected me, they're not lower impact cards, but they're not the cards that everybody's hot and bothered about right now.
Militants? What are you talking about?
Okay, so I was very excited about this Militants because I think it's good in Legacy. Oh, we talked about that earlier. Vincent mentioned that it thinks it's it's good and also like a stacks type deck. Turn 1 that, turn 2 Thalia. Turn 1 that period seems very good against
most decks.
If you have access to white or green mana on the first turn in your deck, then you probably want to be playing that card.
Is it better than Noble Hierarch? Is it better than Mother of Runes? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. Because unless
Mother of Runes does not attack for 2.
And unless there's like a brand new decks like Vince is talking about, or like Hunter said, if Death and Taxes come back, is that better than turn 1 Hierarch or turn 1 Mother?
I think it's better than Hierarch. Mother, I think it's better.
How are you gonna play turn 2 Knight if you don't have turn 1 Hierarch?
If you don't need turn 2 Knight, because you're.
I don't know what world you live in, but I live in a world where I need turn 2
Militant
Knight.
Prime Mage Knight.
I need turn 1 Knight.
I feel like it would be only a one of in Maverick
for a search up.
Yeah, but if like.
But even then, like, do you really want to search it up?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, you can turn 2 search it.
Don't you search up like?
Because the Rug Delver decks aren't even playing Snapcasters anymore, are they?
No.
But I guess it does mess with their threshold.
Yeah. It just seems silly to me. Why would you not play Snapcaster? That just seems silly.
Because all the other cards are better.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's just Legacy.
Yeah. It doesn't really operate on like 3 lands. Or 2 most of the time. I'm really excited about the Rakdos card, simply because I don't think the Red Deck wins cards that are currently available. There really isn't anything on 2. Shrine is the best thing to do on 2, and it's going away. Stormblood Berserker is the second best thing you can do. It's going away. The next thing after that is like Goblin War Driver and Mog Flunkies, both of which you have to play in pretty much have to play in the Goblins deck.
War Driver's going away.
And it's not even that good. It's the worst card in the Goblins deck, really. So, if this is what they're giving us at Common, if they're giving us a Grizzly Bear with haste for 2 red at Common, then I'm pretty excited about where Rakdos as an aggressive guild is going.
Yeah, I mean,
and then we were also talking about...
Deck, but it definitely does give you some hope for it.
Yeah, and then Slitherhead is, like we said, I don't think it's... I'm sure it has its place. I'm not going to pretend to be good enough to know where exactly or how many, but Scavenge for 0 has to be good. Anything that discards for discard. I mean, can you imagine like casting it like, well, even in the zombies deck, like you discard this to the troll that gets a counter. You scavenge it, it's immediately a 4/3. You discard this to Liliana for no loss.
He works well with the guy that doubles the counters, like Golgari too. Yeah. Scavenge for 0, put 2/1/1s on something.
You exile it.
Yeah, the scavenge mechanic lets you exile it, and then you get the counters equal to its power. The one I also like, I don't have it on here, but it's a 1 green and a black, another Golgari card, where it has Scavenge for 5, but it's a 3/3 haste.
Dragon Angler.
And it's a zombie too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a land zombie.
So I mean, your turn 3, you go turn 2. There's a deck in there somewhere, either turn 2 Strangleroot guys, turn 3 that guy, or turn 2 any of the the Golgari zombie. Turn 1 Diagraph Ghoul or Gravecrawler, turn 2 that new Golgari Bear, turn 3 that thing, or Gerald's Messenger. All of these are very good cards.
High quality cards. Yeah.
We will. The Golgari Bear. It's hold on. We'll look it up. What does anyone remember what it's called?
Lotleth Troll.
What was it?
Lotleth.
L-O-T-L-I-T. Lolith Troll.
Lotleth Troll.
Lotleth Troll. We're sorry, that card doesn't exist.
Go on the front page. It might be on a pre-order.
Yeah, I think you're right. Pre-order, Return to Ravnica. Well,
scroll down.
Let's let everybody see what we're doing here.
I think if you scroll down, it's got all the singles. Or is it in that one right there?
Yeah, it's got to expand the stuff.
You got all your stuff all scrunched together.
It's not working. Oh.
This Planeswalker is the best.
It's not working.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
It's very fantastic.
It's
Lotleth Troll.
Planeswalker.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good.
Just the old Google search will probably get her done, right?
It's not
Sure.
like Jade's broken, but it's definitely versatile. It's going to be good.
I haven't seen a card yet that's bad. I'm not saying that they're all amazing. That didn't work. Are you sure it's lotless?
It's, let's see, Lotleth.
Oh, you just want it all. How about this guy? Does that look like him?
There he goes.
All right, so lotless troll. Let me double check here, just make sure we are showing this. Yes, we are. It's a zombie troll. Oh, this is German.
It tramples, doesn't it?
Yes, it has Verschacht and trample shaded, which is another design point I'd like to talk about. There's not a lot of trample shaded in the current block, which I'm glad to see them bringing back. But yeah, this is the German one I accidentally clicked on. But it's 2/1 haste trample. The abilities, remember, I had forgotten it regenerates for black.
Oh, wait, he doesn't actually have haste. He's just 2/1 trample.
Oh no, the other card I'm thinking of is it. So he has trample. He's a 2/1, and then you can discard a creature from your hand to give him a +1/+1 counter.
So you turn 2 Lotleth, dump the scavenging skull thing, and hit for 4.
Well, let's try to find an English one.
Hit for 4 on turn
That
2.
one's German too.
Well, it's very popular right
It's
now.
originally spoiled in German, so
All right. Well, you just have to
bunch of
take.
images.
Let's just go to the.
Magic Mate website.
Yeah. I'm just afraid I'm going to crash it again. Thanks everyone for tuning in so that you can watch me surf the internet to try to find...
It's a popular subject.
I should have put that on there, but yeah. We'll talk about that guy a little bit later. The new Obstinate Bailoff that's better than Obstinate Bailoff ever could be.
So, do you think that Scavenging Ooze has a chance?
Of being reprinted? I don't know. I really don't know where... Well, we could just look at a bunch of them. There's that Maelstrom Pulse that's uncounterable. Basically Vindicate.
Charms.
Well, I don't want to talk about all of them because we'll just end up here being for 1,000 years. But what was the one we were looking for?
The Golgari Bear.
Lotleth Troll.
Yeah, I don't like either of those guys. Yeah, Lola's Troll. 2/1 trample, discard a creature to buff him. So you discard a Gravecrawler or a
That's awesome.
something. And he regenerates, which I think is not inconsequential.
You just find that guy that scavenges for 0.
Yep.
You're
And
like
then
4 on turn 2.
And then, come on. Judge is familiar. A better, slightly better Curse Catcher. And then, of course, the lands. What was that card? I'm not making it up, right? Everyone remembers it?
War card.
The 3/3 with haste.
Oh, yeah. That
Well, he exists. How much time is left in the round?
alphabetical.
No. Yes. No. See you,
You guys
Vince.
going home? Well, be careful.
You go 1/3. There he is. Drag Mangler. For 3, he's a 3/3 with haste, scavenge 5. 3/3 with haste at this point I'm fine with. 3/3 with haste that has any kind of value after the fact seems fine too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a couple more cards I specifically wanted to talk about. All these cards are pretty good, I think, but these are the last 3 I want to talk about. These are ones that were spoiled in the last couple days. Supreme Verdict is the new, basically, Day of Judgment replacement, which has the upside of being uncounterable, but has the downside of requiring you to play blue. But as we all know, the mana bases are going to be basically bring what you want. You can play any card that you want. Now I didn't realize until today I missed the time when Syncopate was in Standard. But I guess that's a reprint.
Yeah.
It's a replay. They're playing that one over. But Syncopate is basically just a dumbed down power sync.
Pretty much. Doesn't force him to
Yeah,
attack.
power sync just forced them to attack. Which I remember that from 4th edition. But I mean that card seems fun. I mean all those effects: Condescend, Broken Ambitions, Power Sync.
It's not bad, but there's only a few narrow cases where you're going to want Syncopate over like Dissipate.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
it's
the fact
more
the big
splashable,
the big thing being more splashable, and also I mean with Mana Leak rotating, I think people are going to
getting desperate.
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do, right?
Yeah.
But the one that they spoiled today, I think Syncopate and Lockstone Smiter were both spoiled today. But this Lockstone Smiter has the internet up in a roar because as someone whose first Magic pack was a starter of 4th edition, like if it was just a 4/4 for 3 mana, that would be fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that you cannot counter it, and the fact that if it's discarded, it has the opposite Bailoff ability, which is basically, if it's discarded by something your opponent forces you to do or controls, then you get it for free. So, I mean, this is basically the anti-Liliana Trump, I guess.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought.
But that's
when I
not
saw
even,
it.
even if you getting it for free is like gravy. It's
Yeah.
a 4/4 for 3 mana. I mean, you cast Arbor Elf and then untap into Lockstone Smiter on turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, your opponent's not even going to have the opportunity to make you discard it. You're going to get it into play so quickly.
Yeah, I think and to be quite honest, in practice, most of the obstinate Bailoff ability was simply just gain the 4 life. I mean, the discard ability was very rarely relevant. But I mean, you can say power creep isn't a thing, but
Yeah.
these are pretty.
I mean, there was
drastic.
a time when 5/5 for 4 was like the holy grail in Magic, like Juzam Jin.
Juzam Jin or
Balduvian Horde.
Balduvian Horde. It was a $20 card when I was a
people freaking
kid.
out when Balduvian Horde came out.
Urnum Jin.
Juzam Jin, but all you have to do is discard a random card.
Urnum Jin, which was
Urnum
4 or 5
Jin,
for
yeah.
4 and gave something Forest Walk, was
Today, all these cards.
it was the best card in. If you were playing control deck, if you were playing Millstone deck, there were 2 years where Urnum Jin was literally the best card you could cast,
Yeah.
other than Sarah Angel, and then there was a debate on which one was better. Now we're getting
All those cards are
4
garbage.
4s for 3. They're giving away Sarah Angels. As my friend,
They're still
as my
printing
friend
Sarah
Ian
Angels.
Nolte says, and I quote all the time, he says, when I was 13 years old, I would have given my left nut for a Sarah Angel. And they were $20 back then. And now they would literally give them to you in multiples in those pre-con 30 card learn how to play Magic
It's
decks.
still in the core set. It's embarrassing to have Sarah
They
Angel in
printed
the core
it-
set
they
next to
print-
things like Thundermaw, Hellkite.
Next to Baneslayer Angel,
Yeah.
which costs the same and is clearly better at everything. It does the same things that it does, except it swaps his Vigilance for First Strike, Pro Demons and Dragons, and Lifelink.
Lifelink, yes.
It's an embarrassment. But anyway,
I mean,
clear,
I feel bad for Sarah Angel. It's like you're embarrassed for the Sarah Angel.
yeah. Well, clearly there's a lot of strong cards that are being spoiled. So only it's Selesnya, Golgari, Izzet, and Rakdos. Are those the 4 that we get this time?
We get 5.
5.
5. What's the other one I'm missing?
Silencia,
Azorius.
Golgari,
Azorius,
Azorius, Izzet, and Rakdos.
Well, I just gotta wait for Boros.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I'm waiting for. I'm hoping for a Gideon Boros. I'm hoping for a 3-cost Gideon Planeswalker in
rumor
Boros.
that he's going to be
I'm
Boros
hoping
this
it's
time around.
cool.
3 cost?
Well, I want him to be aggro. I don't want a
Yeah.
control card.
Yeah, white
They already
red.
printed one Gideon control card,
Yeah.
which is very good.
They also had a white-red, I guess, controlled Planeswalker, too.
Vengeant?
Yeah.
Johnny Vengeant is so good.
Yeah.
Have you played with that guy in my cube or anything?
I haven't played with him. But yeah, he was very good, but I think he's a little more control-y than aggro.
Yeah.
But do you think they're going to do it like a 3-mana Gideon when they've already got the 3-mana Johnny out there?
Well, they do. Well, 3-mana Johnny's not seeing play.
That is true.
I don't think 3-mana Johnny was all that good. Well, I mean, I think he is good, but I don't think the deck that he's good in is like viable right now.
Yeah. Do you think Return to Ravnica is going to change that at all?
I mean, it just depends on how many white weenies. I mean, they didn't print Honor of the Pure, but I don't know. But I mean, here's the thing. I think we're focusing too much on is like specific color decks. Like, it's just going to be whatever colors you want.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to get the
No.
mana that you want.
You know, you're basically just one cycle of fetch lands away from a perfect mana base.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the Innistrad duels and the M10 duels, or the M11 duels, which were not a mistake, I'm sure, that they reprinted that cycle, they all come into play untapped. So it's not even like in like a Vivid Control back in Lorwyn Block. You could play any color you wanted, but you had to bring all those lands into play untapped, or untapped, or tapped rather. I have no idea what just happened. Does anyone know else what happened? Max had a lot of mana, nothing to do. I'm gonna assume Hunter won. I don't really care. Max just wants to be on camera. He's gonna be upset when he realizes he was mostly covered by.
You can go put it in post-production.
But yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of cool decks. It's like I said, I'm excited enough to have pre-ordered some boxes and started piecing together standard decks, which is not something that I often do.
I'm in the same boat. I haven't played Friday Night Magic in probably almost as long as you.
Yeah, the first week of
Had a deck that I've been
December,
excited about.
there was one FNM about a month ago. I borrowed Scotty Wright's deck and played once. But other than that, I haven't played a non-limited event. I played the draft events
Yeah.
since the first week of December. Because I just really don't care for the standard format. That's not to say there's anything wrong with it, but it's just,
There's no decks that I'm really excited
Yes.
to play right now.
as a guy who likes to, you're in the same boat as me. If you like to play aggressive decks that aren't zombies, then there's really not a lot you can do.
Yeah.
Everything is mid-range right now, which is fine. I think that's probably the way that they want Magic to go. You want a little bit longer games, more decisions, more variety. But just not something I'm participating in currently. But I now have a playset of Grave Crawlers and Gerald's Messengers. I'm ready to go.
Yep. I've got my Trolls and my Decays pre-ordered.
The Vindicate,
Yeah.
excellent card. Am I supposed to pretend like I want to talk about what they're doing? Hunter's doing whatever he does. He casts a million dudes. He puts equipment and rankers on
He's
it.
playing Birds of Paradise about that.
He's got 3 creatures. They have 2 power amongst them. There's all his forests. If I could, I would have. If someone had bet me money, does Hunter have more than 10 forests in that deck before he told me, they would have made a lot of money off of me.
In this game against me, he had 3 forests, and he was still operating on 20,000 Green Suns for 20,000 Strangleroot guys.
Well, he has a Dungrove Elder in that deck. And we were debating if it was why it was in there, because it was a 1-1 the entire game.
So you
Hey.
just that one copy to Zenith 4?
I mean, I can't imagine there's too much. It's got to be like the worst card in his deck.
Yeah.
1/1 hexproofs are pretty good. Not
for
really.
3 mana, they're not.
Not really.
1/1 hexproof that can't be blocked for 2 mana
Invisible Sucker.
seems to be good.
Strangleroot Geist and Rancor, that's a nice little combo.
So he attacked with a bird and a geist, and then townshipped with the other bird.
When the Strangleroot guy died because of gets a counter and then becomes a 5/2 because of Rancor.
I think it may have already died once.
Is that a worm?
Well, he put the counter on it from Gavney Township. Right.
If he doesn't have an answer for that worm core.
But if it already died once, then it's out of trading range.
Oh yeah. Oh. No, I need to buy some 50-cent dice
Okay.
so that we can commentate on this non-FNM game.
Well, while they're playing, I'm bored of this. I will try one more time, desperately, to give away my Magic cards. How do you start your games of Magic, Joseph? Do you roll dice?
Yes, and I'm ashamed.
You should be ashamed. I'm ashamed for you. Because we all know that the classiest of gentlemen start their game with rock, paper, scissors, the way Magic was intended to be started. And if you would like to win your own playset of rock, paper, scissors, as designed by Magic from their unglued set, simply follow me on Zach Sells Magic. Retweet the giveaway tweet that I sent about an hour ago. You'll be entered for a chance to win, and I will mail these cards to your house, guaranteed. That's a stamp you don't have to pay for. And we all know the only thing better than free Magic cards is free Magic cards you don't have to pay for.
That is exactly right.
So if you like free stuff, I'm going to give them away to somebody, even if it's just one person. That's a 100% chance of winning. Currently, there are none. So even if you watch this after the fact, we'll say that I'll do the drawing next week. So you got 7 calendar days.
So what is that going to be, September 14th, 2012? For the people who are watching this in the archive.
Yes. Well, I know which one I sent. I know which tweet you need to retweet in order to win. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Max is going to be so upset that we're not.
I like how Max taps his lands. Like, he puts them all in a line, and then he turns them ever so slightly.
Or those are his
He's
worms.
tapped out right
All right.
now. All right.
And we're going to the top 8, it sounds like. So we'll take a brief break while I try and figure out who's going to come here and play.